Lynchy, you guys promised a response. You must have been stoked to deliver it.
Yeah, look, and I think it was really frustrating. I know the guys are a proud group, and the performance we dished up in the last game of the season wasn't what we expected and what we asked of each other. So we were pleased to get out there last night and after a week off and deliver. So the boys are a bit more upbeat rather than last week.
What was the most pleasing part of the response?
I think it was just getting back to the way we play and playing our way. Pressuring contests was right up there last night, and obviously at times we felt like that it was a bit of an arm wrestle, and they're a real quality side. They've got some real quality players, and it was really fierce in the contest. So every time they sort of came at us, it was nice that we were able to respond and withhold their pressure.
What was said at half time there that you came out and had such a good third quarter?
Yeah, nothing different to what was said during the whole game. I mean, we certainly felt like we're in control, for aspects of the game, but there was some momentum swings. We just had to make sure we were able to capitalise and when we had those chances. So we got great faith in our own abilities, that when we're able to keep sustaining the pressure and contest that we were for the 4 quarters last night, that we're able to get the result. It's not going to always happen in the first or second quarter, and sometimes it mightn't happen until the last 10 minutes of the game. So we're pleased we're able to keep the foot down and get the result.
Did you sense that you were able to do that in that third quarter? Like you kicked a couple of goals and then you're away?
Yeah, we certainly felt like once we got the first couple of goals of the third quarter, we needed to keep obviously that pressure up to make sure we obviously sustain it. But they were able to get some not easy goals, but goals which we would like to rectify. I mean, a couple of 50-metre penalties and goals which we felt like were just against the momentum that we had. So sometimes they're quite dangerous, and if we're able to miss goals ourselves, that puts us in a vulnerable position.
What's it like standing in the forward line and seeing Eddie Betts go to work?
Yeah, it's pretty special. I mean, we're extremely lucky to play with him, but as a whole team, and it was great to just see him deliver last night. He's a real special player, and for someone to at times you're going to be out of position, you feel like, geez, it's hard to get back inside, but then he takes a spectacular mark and you feel like, thank God he's here. So, I'm rapt that he did so well last night, and we certainly needed him.
How loud was it when he was up and about? The big full crowd there last night? Yeah,
it was awesome. They're cheering on Eddie, and Charlie always says it's Charlie, but we're definitely Eddie. It was awesome. I mean, again, to have 50,000 there last night, it's nothing different for us because we play in front of that each week, but it was a different level last night in the final, that's for sure.
Tommy, how do you beat Sydney?
Yeah, we beat Sydney by playing our way. They're obviously a quality side. We know it's going to be a completely different final to the one we played last night. They all are. The boys last year, I mean, we were in this position last year. We win our first final and we weren't able to go and deliver in our second one. So the boys are really keen to change that, and it starts in the contest. They're a real quality side. They've got some great inside mids in Kennedy and Parker and Hanbury and those guys. So we know it's going to be a real fight.
You say different in what way?
Just every fight, you just don't know sometimes how they're going to play out. We do know it's going to be a contest pressure game, as they all are. But in terms of each side's different. So if they might be a fast ball moving side, or a team that likes to kick down the line and win stoppage, and we'll just have to obviously review this game, move on pretty quickly, and get focused on Sydney.
This will be a contest game, won't it? Sorry, this will be a contest game against them, the way they play. Is that
you
fair
would?
enough?
Yeah, you would have thought. Yep.
Do you take much out of this? Sorry, you got a pretty good record at the SCG recently. Do you take sort of much confidence out of that?
Yeah, absolutely. I think we take confidence in the fact that there's 6 teams left. No matter where the venue now, it's game on. So every game for us in this final series has been an elimination, and it will continue to do so. So I know the boys have pulled up pretty well, and we're pretty eager to get over there and get a result. But it's always nice as well to travel and be a tight-knit group, and hopefully we can come back with the result.
What did you take out of that victory against the Swans this year?
We took out a real quality side. They obviously had to come over here and play, and a little different to go over there. But we're really excited about the opportunity, and the guys should take great belief that we can really take it to a quality side like them. So You know, as it was mentioned the last few weeks, you know, we've won 16 games in the season this year, and we're right around that mark as one of those teams. So we certainly feel like we belong.
Are you confident that Kyle Hartigan will be playing alongside you?
Yeah, look, I haven't seen the replay, but you know, I'm confident that he should be okay after talking to a few of the boys.
Josh Jenkins as well was a bit proppy this morning. You expect he'll be okay?
Yeah, Josh should be fine. He's like a number of players this time of the year who I'll be surprised if there was someone out there playing at 100%. So you know, he'll be fine, and you know, he played you know, a really good game last night considering, and it was great to see him do so well.
And personally, mate, you bag four. Does it get frustrating that Eddie has to steal the show all the time?
Nah, don't be silly. I was just very lucky last night. You know, it was obviously nice to play well as a team after last week. But you know, to see Eddie, as you said, do so well. I mean, Charlie got us off to a flyer, and you know, Tex was awesome again last night. So it's just enjoyable playing in that group, and you know, hopefully we can keep performing.
History is pretty good for the teams like Sydney who've lost in the first week but finished top four. Do you feel that's less of a factor for you guys this year than what it might have been for teams previously?
I suppose. I mean, each year, I suppose you don't really. You just think you're going to win every game. So, you know, we're no different there. We think we're, you know, a real red hot chance, and you know, the guys have pulled up well. We started playing some nice footy last night, and we should take a lot of confidence going over there that our best is certainly good enough to get the result.